Smelting. In reduction of metal oxide, first heading is smelting. Smelting is one of the process. In that process, concentrated ore, flux and suitable reagent, all these three are heated. Concentrated ore, already we learned, metallurgical process contains three steps. One is concentration, second one extractions of metal, third one refining. In concentration of method, flotation process, leaching process, gravity separation, like that. All these headings are under coming the category concentration ore. That concentrated ore, by using any one of the above method, we can concentrate that ore. That concentrated ore taken for this smelting process with flux and reducing agent. Flux means this is one of the chemical substance. Flux means this is chemical substance that forms fusible slag with gangue. For understanding this line, you must know about what is slag and what is gangue. Slag means waste. Gangue means, already I told, rocky impurities and sand, that is siliceous matter. Ore with rock and sand, that is called as gangue. So, yeah, flux. Flux means this is the chemical substance. It forms slag with the gangue. That is called as flux. If we are heating these mixture means metal is melted above the melting point. We know if you are heating the metal means first it started melting. So, one example is given for understanding that. In a smelting furnace, Fe2CO3, Fe2CO3, this is concentrated ore. It is reacted with suitable reducing agent, that is carbon monoxide. Here that Fe2O3 is reduced to Fe, because reduction means already you know, you learned in your lower classes. Reduction means what? Removal of oxygen. Oxidation means addition of oxygen. Reduction means removal of oxygen. So, here reduction takes place because oxygen is removed from this Fe2O3. Oxygen is removed means remaining Fe only present. So, this is called as reduction. For this reduction, which one is responsible? This carbon monoxide is responsible. So, that is called as reducing agent. So, reducing agent helps for reduction. So, only Fe2O3 is reduced to Fe by losing oxygen. This carbon monoxide take the oxygen and convert it into carbon dioxide, and that flux calcium oxide react with gangue, because that gangue is present with ore only. So, gangue SiO2, CaO, it react with SiO2 means it forms CaSiO3, calcium silicate is formed as a slag. Slag means already you know, that is waste. Slag means waste. One more example is given in extractions of copper from copper pyrite. So, one example is given, one extraction is given, that is extractions of copper. Copper is extracted from copper pyrite, formula CuFeS2. This is the formula for copper pyrite. The concentrated ore, that is copper pyrite, react with acidic flux, that is silica. Acidic flux means silica, SiO2, is heated in a reverberatory furnace. Totally in this heading, totally 5 reactions are given. First we are going to learn first 3 equations. This is copper pyrite, this is copper pyrite. First we are going to heat the ore. In chemistry, heating means react with oxygen. So, copper pyrite is reacted with O2 means it forms FeS, Cu2S and sulfur dioxide. For your understanding purpose, I am going to write this CuFeS2 like this. How many CuFeS2 molecules are taken? 2 molecules are given here. So, 2 molecules of CuFeS2 molecules are taken. From that, FeS, these 2 molecules of FeS is formed. Remaining, this 2 copper takes 1 sulfur means Cu2S. This is wrong, 2 won't come here. So, Cu2S is formed. Remaining the sulfur only, this sulfur take this oxygen means it forms sulfur dioxide. Here also no 2 will come here. So, 2 won't come here. Please listen carefully. Again I am going to explain. In this equation, here 2 won't come and here also 2 won't come, wrongly given. I am going to write this CuFeS2 like this, CuFeS2. Here 2 molecules is given, so we can write 2 molecules CuFeS2. From this FeS and this FeS, that is 2 molecules of FeS formed, and these 2 copper take this 1 sulfur and form Cu2S, that is also formed. Remaining this sulfur takes this oxygen and removed as SO2, sulfur dioxide gas. This is the first equation. In second equation, sum of the FeS, not all the FeS, sum of the FeS, here itself it is reacted with oxygen O2 means forms this FeS is converted into FeO. Here itself that FeS is reacted with oxygen and converted to FeO, and that sulfur is reacted with oxygen means forms sulfur dioxide. Actually, this equation is not a balanced equation. This equation is not a balanced equation. So, we can balance this equation. 3 molecules of oxygen and 2 molecules of FeO and 2 molecules of SO2. This is exactly balanced equation. Here 2 FeS is converted into 2 FeO. That 2 sulfur takes 4 oxygen means it forms 2 SO2. So, that FeO that is flux is reacted with gangue that is SiO2 and to form slag that is FeSiO3 slag. In this heading, one more important point is given about blistered copper. So, what is blistered copper means you have to write first 3 reactions over, 4th equation and 5th equation. Next we are going to learn from this Cu2S, because this FeS only is changed into some of the FeS only is changed into FeO, and that FeO only is reacted with gangue and converted into slag and removed as a waste, because slag means waste. So, this is extractions of copper. We need copper only. Copper is extracted from copper pyrite. Copper pyrite is CuFeS2. In this CuFeS2, we need copper only and we do not want Fe and sulfur. So, we need to remove that Fe and sulfur. If you are heating means that Fe is separated as a FeS. In that FeS, some of the FeS converted into FeO. That converted FeO is reacted with gangue and formed as a slag, and the slag can be easily removed as a waste. Now, remaining Cu2S is there. That Cu2S is reacted with oxygen means like this equation, here also this Cu2S is converted into Cu2O. Here that FeS is converted into FeO. Here Cu2S is converted into Cu2O. Not all the Cu2S is converted into Cu2O here. Only some of the Cu2S is only converted into Cu2O. That Cu2O again combined with some unchanged, some of the Cu2S only converted here, remaining some Cu2S is there. That Cu2S again reacted with Cu2O and converted into copper, and the sulfur take this oxygen means forms sulfur dioxide. So, blister copper. What is blister copper means? You have to write these 2 lines. The metallic copper is solidified. So, this copper, this is molten copper. If it is cooled means we will get solid copper here. So, that metallic copper is solidified and it has blistered appearance. What do you mean by blister? Blister means some raised surface. In Tamil it is called as coppalam. Okay, some raised surface. So, that blistered appearance due to the evaluations of sulfur dioxide. Gas is formed in this process. So, this copper is called as blister copper. If it has blistered appearance means it is called as blister copper. Blister means what? Some raised surface, that is called as coppalam. Why that raised surface is formed? Because of the evaluations of sulfur dioxide. Why here sulfur dioxide is removed? Because in this reaction sulfur dioxide gas is produced, that only is removed as a gas, so only blister is formed, so only it is called as blister appearance. So, what is blister copper means? You have to write these 2 lines, very important small question. With this, smelting is over. Next heading, reduction by carbon. In this method, the oxide ore of the metal is mixed with coke. Oxide ore of the metal, zinc oxide, Mn3O4 and Cr2O3, that is chromium 3 oxide. So, in this method oxide ore of the metal, all these 3 are called as oxide ore of metal. It is mixed with coke. Coke means carbon. So, oxide ore of metal is mixed with coke and heated strongly in a furnace, usually blast furnace. This process can be applied to the metals which do not form carbide with carbon at that reduction temperature. That means one more condition is given. First, try to understand this reaction. Oxide is reacted with the carbon means this zinc oxide is converted into zinc, that is this carbon take this oxygen and removed as carbon monoxide, remaining zinc only present. Mn3O4, it contains 4 oxygen, 4 carbon take this 4 oxygen and removed as 4 CO, remaining 3 Mn. Like that, in Cr2O3, it contains 3 oxygen, these 3 carbon take this 3 oxygen means it forms 3 CO, remaining chromium only present. So, here reduction only takes place by using carbon. ZnO is reduced to zinc by using carbon. Mn3O4 is reduced to Mn by using carbon. Cr2O3 is reduced to Cr by using carbon. Simply we can tell that carbon take that oxygen means carbon monoxide is removed, remaining only metal only present. So, this is the reactions, that is reduction by carbon. Here reduction takes place by using carbon, that only given in first line. In this method, oxide ore of metal is mixed with coke and heated strongly means automatically it will reduce. But the condition is this process can be applied to the metal which do not form carbide. Carbide means what? If carbon having negative charge means that is called as carbide. Example SiC, this is called as silicon carbide. Here silicon is having positive charge and carbon having negative charge. So, this process can be applied to the metals which do not form carbide with the carbon, because if metal is formed carbide with the carbon means that we won't. Next heading, reduction by hydrogen. This method can be applied to the oxides of metal like Fe, Pb, Cu. Fe means iron, Pb means lead, Cu means copper, having less electropositive character than hydrogen. So, this method can be applied to the oxides of metal, that metal should be less electropositive than hydrogen. What do you mean by electropositive? And what do you mean by less electropositive? Electropositive, positive means already you know, plus symbol. That means electron donating capacity. Usually metals easily donate electron and accept positive charge, that is called as electropositive. These metals should be less electropositive than hydrogen. That means here compared to hydrogen, these metals must have least tendency to donate electron, that is called as less electropositive character. So, this method actually reactions very simple only. You must understand this concept only here, that is very important. Actually reactions is very easy. See here, 2 reactions are given. In first equation, Ag2O, that is silver oxide, it is react with hydrogen. Simply we can tell this H2 take this oxygen and remove as H2O, remaining Ag only present here. Like that, see the second reaction, Fe3O4. This Fe3O4 contains 4 oxygen, so we need 4 H2 molecule. So, this 4 H2 molecule take this 4 oxygen means it removed 4 H2O, remaining 3 Fe only present. Simply water is removed, that is all. In our previous reaction, carbon takes oxygen and carbon monoxide is removed. Here this H2 takes oxygen and removed as a H2O, that is all. But one condition, what? These metal should be a less electropositive character than hydrogen. That is, it should be less strength than hydrogen. Compared to hydrogen, it should be less strength. That is the meaning. One more example is given here, nickel oxide. 2 molecules of nickel oxides given. For your understanding, I am going to write 2 times for that nickel oxide. That is, instead of 2, I am writing NiO, 2 molecules. This is one molecule and this is second molecule. 2 molecules of nickel oxide is reacted with CO and H2, carbon monoxide and H2, that is called as water gas. In 11th standard itself you are studied. Water gas means mixture of carbon monoxide and H2. Okay. Now that nickel oxide, from that nickel oxide, these 2 nickel comes out and this carbon monoxide takes one oxygen and formed carbon dioxide, and this H2 takes one oxygen and form H2O, that is all. Here also H2O only formed. The heading is reduction. Check in all the 3 reaction, check in all these 3 reaction whether the reduction takes place or not. See here Ag2O, here Ag only present, oxygen is removed, so reduction. See Fe3O4, here Fe, oxygen is removed, so here also reduction takes place. Here reduction takes place because of hydrogen, so only the heading is reduction by carbon. Here also reduction takes place, nickel oxide is converted into nickel, reduction only takes place because of this carbon monoxide and hydrogen. So in all these 3 reaction, reduction only takes place because of hydrogen, so only the heading is given reduction by hydrogen. Next heading, reduction by metal. Under the reduction of metal oxide heading, we are learning so many different headings like smelting, reduction by carbon, reduction by hydrogen. Next heading, reduction by metal. Metal oxides such as Cr2O3 can be reduced by aluminothermic process. In this process, metal oxide is mixed with aluminum powder and placed in a fire clay crucible to initiate the reduction process, and ignition mixture is used. Usually that ignition mixture is magnesium and barium peroxide. Barium peroxide, BaO2. So magnesium with barium peroxide. One process is given. The name of that process is aluminothermic process. In this process, Cr2O3 is reduced to chromium. This reduction takes place because of one metal, that is aluminum, so only heading is given reduction by metal. For explaining, they gave one process named as aluminothermic process. In this aluminothermic process, the name itself contains aluminum, so that aluminum only is responsible for the reduction. Which one is reduced here? From Cr2O3 to Cr. For this reduction, the reason responsible person is here aluminum only. So only heading is given reduction by metal. Again I am explaining this process. See here, Metal oxides such as Cr2O3, metal oxides such as Cr2O3 can be reduced to chromium by using aluminothermic process. See the reaction in next page, this reaction is given, gives Al2O3. Very simple, these two aluminum goes into the compound, instead of that these two chromium comes out of the compound. So, these two aluminum goes into the compound means forms Al2O3, these two chromium comes out of the compound means we will get 2Cr. Metal oxides such as Cr2O3 can be reduced by aluminothermic process. In this process, metal oxide is mixed with aluminum powder. Metal oxide is mixed with aluminum powder in a fire clay crucible. Fire, already you know what is clay. In fire clay crucible, this mixture taken, that is metal oxide, that is Cr2O3 is mixed with aluminum powder. These two aluminum goes into the compound. So, Al2O3 plus these two chromium comes out of the compound, that is 2Cr. So, metal oxide is mixed with aluminum powder, both are placed in a fire clay crucible to initiate the reduction process. So, in this crucible this mixture is taken, here. Above this mixture, ignition mixtures are taken. Usually that ignition mixture is magnesium and barium peroxide. So, this is fire clay crucible. In this fire clay crucible, Cr2O3 and aluminum both are taken. Above this mixture, ignition mixtures are taken. That ignition mixtures usually magnesium and barium peroxide. If we are heating means, if we ignite this mixture means heat is produced. Because of that heating only, that Cr2O3 is reduced to chromium. For explaining this process, in next page two reactions are given. So, in this page two reactions are given for explaining aluminothermic process. Barium peroxide, one is chromium oxide is reduced to chromium by using aluminum. This is aluminothermic process. Ignition mixture, magnesium and barium peroxide. This Mg take one oxygen and removed as MgO, remaining BaO is there. During the above reaction, a large amount of heat is evolved. Because of this mixture, large amount of heat is evolved. How much heat is evolved? Temperature up to 2400 degrees Celsius is generated. That means how much energy? Reaction enthalpy 852 kilojoules per mole. That heat only facilitate the reduction of Cr2O3. That heat only is responsible for this conversion, that is Cr2O3 to Cr. For this conversion, this heat only responsible. That heat is evolved from this mixture called as ignition mixture, that is magnesium and barium peroxide. Up to this aluminothermic process over. If they ask explain aluminothermic process means you have to write up to this equation from here to here. Up to here you have to write aluminothermic process. Some more examples are given. Active metals such as sodium, potassium, calcium can also be used to reduce the metal oxide. These are all metal oxide, that is metal with oxygen. This metal oxide is reduced to metal, that is oxygen is removed. For this reduction, these are all metal oxide, these are all metal. So, metal oxide is converted to metal, that is reduction takes place. Who is responsible for this reduction? This metal. So, only heading is given, reduction by metal. We can use active metals such as sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, we can use for reduction of metal oxide. In our previous example, that is in aluminothermic process, aluminum metal is used for reduction of metal oxide to metal. Not only aluminum, we can use these metal also for reduction of metal oxide. That's all. Last heading, in reduction of metal oxide, auto reduction. Auto means automatic. Simple roasting. Roasting means what? Heating with the excess of air. In chemistry, heating means react with oxygen. So, roasting means reacting with oxygen. Simple roasting of some of the ore. Here that ore is what? Cinnabar. HgS. Hg means mercury. S means sulfide. HgS means mercurous sulfide. Usually it is called as cinnabar. That is ore of mercury. Okay. So, here roasting takes place. Roasting means react with oxygen. We are roasting some of the ore. Here that ore is cinnabar. So, roasting takes place means that ore is converted into metal. So, some of the simple roasting of some of the ores gives crude metal. In such case, the use of the reducing agent is not necessary. For example, mercury is obtained. Mercury is obtained by roasting of its ore cinnabar. Mercury is obtained by roasting the ore of cinnabar. Here we didn't use any reducing agent like carbon monoxide. In smelting we are used carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and another heading reduction by carbon. So, here carbon is not used. In another heading reduction by hydrogen, here hydrogen is not used. Next one reduction by metal, here any metal, we do not use any metal here, but reduction takes place here. So, this is called as auto reduction, automatic reduction. Without using any reducing agent, automatically reduction takes place from HgS to Hg by simple roasting only, that is simply heating only. So, for this ore, for some of the ore, simply we are heating means automatically it will convert it into ore to metal, that is auto reduction, that is also important. With this topic, reduction of metal oxide over. So, in reduction of metal oxide, smelting heading we learn. In smelting, it is separated into three parts. One is reduction of metal oxide to metal by using reducing agent carbon monoxide. In second equation, that flux is combined with ganj and converted into slag. For understanding that, one example is given, that is extractions of copper from copper pyrite. For that 5 equations are given. Next one, reduction by carbon. All these 3 equations, reduction takes place by using carbon. And next one, reduction by hydrogen. In these 3 equations, metal oxide converted to metal by using hydrogen. So here reduction takes place by hydrogen. Next one, reduction by metal. For that they gave one process, aluminothermic process. Here that reduction takes place by using metal aluminum, and some more examples also given. So in these equations also metal oxide reduced to metal by using some metals only. And last one, auto reduction without any reducing agent. Here automatically by simple roasting, simply heating, metal sulfide, that is ore, is converted into metal. Ore is converted into crude metal. With this topic, this video over. Remaining we will continue in our next video. Thank you.